It's now time for Trivia Tracks with yours truly, Price Robertson. This edition of Trivia Tracks is brought to you by Ouachita Valley Respiratory Care, where you can breathe a little easier, and Beth Smith at Edward Jones. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. One of the pioneers of grunge, Scott Weiland, was the frontman for Stone Temple Pilots, Velvet Revolver, and the Wildabouts. In a career that spanned 3 decades, he recorded dozens of albums and hits. He was born Scott Richard Klein in San Jose, California on October 27, 1967. When Scott was 5, his stepfather David Weiland legally adopted him, and Scott took his surname. Before devoting himself to music full-time, he worked as a paste-up artist for the Los Angeles Daily Journal legal newspaper. At the age of 12, Weiland was allegedly raped by an older male who had invited him to his house. He wrote in his autobiography, Not Dead and Not For Sale, that he repressed the memory until it returned to him in therapy decades later. In 1985, Weiland met bassist Robert DeLeo at a Black Flag concert in Long Beach, California. The two of them were discussing their love interests when they realized they were both dating the same girl. They developed a bond over the incident and ended up moving into a vacated apartment. Weiland's childhood friends, Corey Hickok and David Allen, rounded out the group, both of whom would soon be replaced by Eric Kretz and DeLeo's brother Dean. They took the name Stone Temple Pilots because of their fondness for the initials STP. By the 1990s, the group was at their career peak, particularly with the release of their second album, Purple, which saw the development of a more distinctive identity for the band. Like the group's first album, Core, Purple was a big success for the band, spawning 3 hit singles and selling more than 6 million copies. The critical response to Purple was more favorable, with Spin magazine calling it a quantum leap from the band's previous album. After Stone Temple Pilots disbanded in 2003, Weiland formed a new band, the supergroup Velvet Revolver, along with former Guns N' Roses members, guitarist Slash, bassist Duff McKagan, and drummer Matt Sorum, as well as former Wasted Youth guitarist Dave Kushner. In 2008, Weiland left the group to reform Stone Temple Pilots, only to be given the boot in 2013, a year after he formed his backing band, the Wildabouts. Weiland criticized the band after they hired Linkin Park singer Chester Bennington as his replacement, claiming he was still a member and they shouldn't be calling themselves Stone Temple Pilots without him. In addition to recording one album with another supergroup, Art of Anarchy, he established himself as a solo artist. Scott Weiland was known for his flamboyant and chaotic on-stage persona, constantly changing his appearance and vocal style, for his use of a megaphone in concerts for vocal effect, and for his battles with substance abuse. By 2015, his years of hard living had finally caught up with him. On December 3rd that year, he died of an accidental drug overdose on his tour bus in Minnesota at the age of 48. Upon his death, many critics and peers offered re-evaluations of Weiland's life and career, including David Fricke of Rolling Stone magazine and Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins and owner of Wrestling's NWA, who identified Weiland as one of the voices of the generation alongside Kurt Cobain, Lane Staley, and Chris Cornell. Till next time, I'm Price Robertson. Amazed by today's trivia? Then join me every Monday through Friday morning for Trivia Tracks on Fox Sports Camden 97.1.